Okay, in the previous post, I talked about how I had made a color wheel for my preschool class to do for their craft for tomorrow's lesson. I also have some interactive story time before the color wheel. I made some salt dough Play-Doh, which I forgot to film, but I will verbally tell you guys the recipe now. It's 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 1/4 cups of just regular sea salt, 8 teaspoons of cream of tartar, 4 cups of room temperature water, and 4 tablespoons of coconut oil, plus some I use vegan gel food coloring. You want to mix the flour and the salt and the cream of tartar in a big pot, like a big soup pot, and then add the water and the coconut oil to the pot. You just turn the heat up to medium and stir it consistently. It takes like 5 or 6 minutes maximum of stirring before it starts to thicken and become a big ball of dough. You'll see it start to clump together, and then it'll be just a solid ball of dough. You turn that out onto your countertop or wax paper and just knead it for about a minute to sort of let it cool and divide it up. I've divided mine up into 9 different balls of dough. I use one that I leave white and then just massage some. You can see I've been massaging without gloves. Dye into the dough and throw it into an airtight baggie. You can put that all into a gallon bag, and I've had this Play-Doh last for me I think 3 months now. So I mention that because toddlers have a very limited attention span, and this is a really good way to get them involved. First, I have a nice interactive book called Mix It Up by Hervé Toulet, which is, let me see if I can open it while holding this. A little challenged here, holding the phone. So this is just, taking some of that yellow, smudging it on the red, and what do you get? You get orange. It's a bit hard sometimes for toddlers to pay attention for books, so with some splat mats, I thought that they could do this book with their clay and mix the colors that way. This book is a wonderful story, which just shows all about the primary colors, the secondary colors, and what you get when you mix them. It's a fantastic book, and you can pick it up on Amazon for next to nothing. This book was actually mine when I was younger, called Hailstones and Halibut Bones, which not only introduces kids to color, but to poetry as well. This is where the clay really comes in handy, because as you can see, these poems are each of them 2 pages long. There's from purple to gold to black. We will only be covering the poems that feature the colors on our color wheel, which are the primary and secondary colors. But while I talk about what is purple, here, what is blue, to keep their attention span, I'm providing splat mats for them and some clay so that they can squeeze it and just tactily explore that color while we go through the books. So to just review, I made some salt dough. I colored it with some vegan food dye. And I have 2 books, one that is very interactive and one where I'm bringing the interaction to the toddlers while they hear the poems with the dough.